fellow readers. Please forgive my voice. Got a little bit of tonsillitis going on. Don't know why, so I'm trying to let the mic do all the work for me today. But it's time once again to choose my TBR, this time for July. But before I, of course, do my TBR game, I'm going to go over everything in June, get the challenge and what I had to do out of the way. So for the TBR game, for the book that was a library book, I listened to The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna, which was so good. Kristen Hanna just does amazing work. That was a story of a family that the girl's father fought in Vietnam, and he came back and he had bad PTSD, but of course back then they didn't diagnose it as such. So they try to make a life, but they were suffering, so he wants to start over again by moving to Alaska, because at the time you could go into Alaska and just kind of start over. It was just a thing to populate Alaska. This takes place in the 70s, so it's historical fiction. And yeah, it then tells the story of a lot of stuff that happens. The difficulties of living in Alaska because of the different weather, the way that the sun is there, dealing with somebody with mental health issues that cause a lot of bad things because they didn't have the help and treatment that would have been good, trying to escape abusive relationships. But there's also a really sweet childhood love story in the background that kind of softens a lot of the blows, but it was really good. I would recommend most of Kristen Hanna's work. I've enjoyed The Four Winds, this one, The Great Alone. Yeah, they're good. So that was my library book. For the light novels, I had Dragons and Fae, which I've already reviewed, and this was really good. And then the one I haven't gotten to review yet, but was also really good, is Heaven Official's Blessing, Volume 1. And I will be doing a review on this, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but both of these were great fantasy reads. This one, I like the horror elements of it a lot. Like, there is an undercurrent of romance as well, but great horror elements with the fantasy. And this one was just a really sweet one volume, one shot romance fantasy. And it was really good. So great light novel reads. For the Ultimate Reading Challenge, I just have to remember what I did. So read a book currently on the bestsellers list was one. Get the prize out, it's just a pencil. So the prize was a pencil. Brevity is The Soul of Wit, William Shakespeare. And of course for the bestseller for June, it was Fourth Wing, which I also have already reviewed. And it might be up by now, I think, maybe. I read a new book that is primarily intended for children. I did do. And I'll show that one in a second. What is this? Are they stickers? Yeah. Itty bitty stickers. So maybe I'll use them in my planner. And for that I did, it's actually a newer middle grade series. So it's The House at the Edge of Magic. This was book 1. The Tower at the End of Time is book 2. And the third one, which is the newest one I'm actually still finishing, but I'm going to count it as done, is The Bookshop at the Back of Beyond. So this is the one I'm currently reading, but I'll be done with it like today or tomorrow. And I think I'm also going to go ahead and read a book about a person with a disability, because of Run on Your New Legs, which I read volume 4, and volume 5 is going to be the last volume, which I was surprised. I didn't think it'd be that quick. I thought we'd follow the adventures for a little bit longer, but I guess not. And this is, I think it's a magnet, and it says Eat, Sleep, Read. Maybe it's, oh no, I just think the magnet's coming off. I'll just leave that. So, looking ahead, I might read a book by an author whose ethnicity is different from your own. that should be pretty easy. And I'm going to gift a copy of your favorite book. I'll probably just do like a current favorite, because I don't have like a favorite. I have many favorites, and I do give books as gifts, so I will probably do that one. We're getting very, very close to the end here, so I'm very excited. So, for my Ultimate Reading Challenge, there you go. I will be gifting a favorite book and reading a book by an author with a different ethnicity. Which, yeah, I've done like 20 times over, but I'll do one specifically for that goal. So, let's do, I like to do library first, or at least see what it is. I don't know if I'll be able to pick it out yet, but alright, here we go. Pick the number card with the number month you're in. So I'll go with 7 because we're going to be in July, even though at this point it's still 6. We'll go with 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the 7th card says, read the first book you see that's on your TBR. I'm just going to quickly open Goodreads and see what's on my TBR, and then I'll try to borrow that from the library. I think what I'm going to do is give it a flick and then stop it, and whatever it lands on, I gotta choose. This could be horrible for me. I ended up with The Girl You Left Behind by Jojo Moyes, which is right there. And I also just saw like some of these on here I actually have finished, and I have to just remove them from my to-be-read list, like A Curse So Dark and Lonely, Fairy Tale, Keeper of Lost King, Things, and The Starless Sea. Like, I've read all those. So there must have been another edition that I had like on there, but it marked as read the ones that were not anyway. That's frustrating me, because I'm like, well, I have extra stuff on there that I didn't need. But I gotta borrow The Girl You Left Behind, and it is available on Libby, so I'm gonna go ahead and borrow it. And there you go. There is my July library book. I might borrow the physical copy as well when I'm at work, because sometimes I like having both. And then let's get to these light novels, because that's my favorite. And the first one is draw 5 cards, look at them, put them face down, shuffle, and pick one without looking. Okay. Seems very complicated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my 5 are: read a book you most recently hauled, read a book that matches your favorite bookmark, read a book with 3+ words in the title, read the longest book on your bookshelf, which is what I had last time, and then read the last book on the bottom of your shelf. So now it says to shuffle them and pick one without looking. So here we go, shuffling. Them like this. Just go with the middle, why not? Read the last book on the bottom of your shelf. So I technically only have one shelf, but I'll just go with the last book, which is, well, it's a quick one. I guess that's good. It's also would have, I think, been in a recent haul, but it's Sasaki and Miyano First Years. So this will be going. Also, coming soon is Sasaki and Miyano Second Years, which I didn't realize they had a second year's light novel as well, but they do. So it's on my list to buy. And I'll set these aside so that I don't do any of these again. My next one, pick from the middle. Okay. I am going to, this is the middle. Read a book without the letter A in the title. Oh, goodness. Is that... If it's not possible, then I gotta pull a different one. I can't read this one, so I gotta pull it out. This has an and in it, so it does. But all of the other words don't have an A, so... I guess my other question would be, do the subtitles count? Oh, wait, we might have one. We got a winner! So our second book is The Princess of Convenient Plot Devices. No A's. Fine too. So there we go. I honestly cannot believe that that was possible. I did not know. So my books for July will be... What was it? The Girl You Left Behind? We're gonna call it that. And then Princess of Convenient Plot Devices Volume 2 and Sasaki and Miyano First Years. And then my other stuff for my TBR game. Which I haven't picked out which books those are, but I'm giving and reading, so I'll let you know that in August. That is it for this video. Until next time.